Hallo,
Hello,
mein
my
Name
name
ist
is
Savas
Savas Delikiriakos. Today, I would like to show you how to configure the SolarLog base in combination with the I/O module and Ripple control receiver. To do this, we will access our SolarLog. Under the Configuration tab, we will find the Feed-in Management menu item on the left-hand side. There, the Active Power tab, and here we select Remote Controlled. The interface assignment to be controlled still has to be selected, as well as the dynamic control for different module orientation switch, as was shown with the video on X% fixed reduction with or without calculating the self-consumption. In the LCD display selection, with this constellation, we select target power %DC so that we can directly see the current applied control or restriction via the web interface on the small simulated LCD display. And here we see the digital inputs 1 to 4, and accordingly we also see levels 1 to 4. If the energy supplier uses more levels, I can add more levels by using the plus button. The most common configuration that is deployed or used in Germany is the control type with 4 relays, in order to realize the control 100, 60, 30, 0%. We have already pre-configured the whole thing here accordingly, so that in practice you will be able to configure it more quickly. As soon as the whole thing is configured, we can enter the maximum change in power as a percentage below. 100% means that the incoming command is immediately sent to the inverters. If the energy supplier sends the command from 100% full supply to 0% reduction, the 0% command is sent directly with a 100% change in power. In order to help protect the inverters, you can also, of course, enter smaller percentage steps here. Accordingly, the 0% reduction command is not sent immediately in this case. Instead, if 50% was selected, for example, the SolarLog first sends a 50% reduction signal, and then, after a further 15 seconds, the second signal is sent to the inverters so that the plant is reduced to 0%. After we have configured this, we click on Save and can now check under Diagnostics whether the plant is currently controlled or not, and can accordingly carry out an immediate test. In our case today, we have directly configured an example to simulate the whole thing, where the Ripple control receiver would transmit a 60% reduction signal, which we can already see on this small LCD display on the web interface. In addition to this, we can see the current control status under the menu item Diagnosis, Feed-in Management. You can see here that the reduction is currently being made by the internal PM interface and that the plant is being reduced. However, since there is currently only one inverter dummy connected to our plant, and the dummy currently has a power of 223.5 kW, this would of course be too high a power compared with the 60%. This is also signaled to me by the SolarLog and can therefore be neglected in our example today. We also have the Feed-in Balance tab, where we can see the values at the feed-in point, and we also have the PM History tab, where accordingly all control commands, the reduction commands that have been transmitted by the Ripple control receiver, are directly documented, so that it is also possible to see at any time afterwards when my plant was reduced or when the customer's plant was reduced or not. That's it on configuring the remote controlled active power restriction. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you have lots of fun and success with our SolarLock devices.